Hi everyone, it's me, Rolling Redneck, here in another episode of Pokemon Crystal Clear, here in Sprout Tower. Okay, that's fun. You can train all you want, I'm still gonna beat you. Anyway, I actually had an interesting topic I want to discuss. At the time of this recording, award season is starting. It'll probably be on the tail end of it by the time, we get this recording up. Depending on my laziness, I don't know. And I want to talk about representation. At the time of this video, I had recently gotten into a heated discussion with someone, about the notion of casting disabled people to play disabled characters. Now, there are three ways to go about this. The status quo and, let the actors act, which was one position. Her position was, sure, let the disabled people audition equally for the roles alongside able-bodied people. Or my position was to not audition able-bodied people for disabled characters unless absolutely necessary. Now let's just get some stats laid out here. Over the last few years, there's been a study being done about disabled representation in the media, and I'm going to link it in the description. But basically, out of 1,000 or so disabled parts that come up every year, 90% of them are played by able-bodied people. This is in movies and TV. And there are times when this is unavoidable, like, if you're having them play a character with a disease so rare that only 5 people have ever had it, the kind of disease you see on the Learning Channel when they're not showing 600-pound people or insanely big families. Or there's the case of, a able-bodied character becoming disabled as part of a storyline. Sure, I can buy that. And I can even buy something like Daredevil, because, a blind person might not be able to do all those complex stunts, or even if they can, the production company's insurance is like, no. So yeah, there are times that I do get it. But for a lot of these roles, it's not really a big deal to have a disabled actor for a disabled part. And, some people tell me, well, why not let disabled truly earn their parts instead of, setting aside the roles for disabled actors? And I think that might work if, you're dealing with a generic part. Like, if you're just dealing with casting a generic father on a sitcom or a generic lawyer in the courtroom. Okay, sure. Equality, let chips fall where they may. But, if the premise of the character is that he is disabled, then yeah, the actor should also be disabled. Not only because, let's face it, most able-bodied actors suck at portraying disability. And I am serious. But also because there aren't a lot of acting jobs for disabled people out there. Or jobs behind the camera. But more importantly, we keep hearing, Hollywood say every award season, look at how diverse we are. Look at how diverse we are. Look at how diverse we are. But then finding the nearest able-bodied person to play a disabled character, that's not diversity. That's just bullshit. But why set aside those disabled roles for disabled people then? Wouldn't that be, special treatment, blah, blah, blah? I mean, sure, if you look at it from a surface level point of view, but let's look at context around everything else. When directors and casting people say we're going to make a movie about a black person or a Hispanic person, or, have a character who have a specific ethnicity, they aren't sending casting calls to Tom Hanks. They're sending them to black actors, Hispanic actors, etc., etc. So, why should we do that for disabled people too? Is it special treatment because Marvel said they were not going to be casting a white person as Black Panther, and that they were specifically auditioning for black actors? Of course not. No one would say that Chadwick Boseman didn't earn his part because he didn't compete with white actors. And there's the other thing I hear, what if Hollywood can't find the disabled actors, because that's an excuse that's been used. But here's the thing. Hollywood can't find the actors to play this or that person. It's kind of bullshit. Hollywood's been saying that about every ethnicity since forever. It was the common justification for blackface, or, things like Mickey Rooney playing a Japanese guy in Breakfast at Tiffany's, or white people playing Hispanic people in House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende. Good book, by the way. But, when Hollywood was seeing that whitewashing wasn't going over well, magically they could find the actors. They could magically find the actors to play black people or Hispanic people, when they needed to. Or rather, they needed to when Hollywood figured out that the whole having white people pretend to be every other ethnicity wasn't selling well with the general public. Where did these people come from? Did all the people Hollywood say they couldn't find just magically sprout up from the land of elves and fairies? Of course not. The actors were always there. Hollywood was just not hiring them because that slapping makeup on people was easier. And I think just the same way, when Hollywood stops making excuses for hiring able-bodied people to play people in wheelchairs or people with autism or any other disability, they will magically find those actors they say don't exist right now. I need some water. Let me finish this battle and get some water, and then I'll continue my yammering. I still say the design of Victory Bell looks questionable. So I think I'm gonna end my rant soon about, representation. But let me just talk about some things you can do as an average person. For starters, you can not see movies that feature disabled mimicry. Like a while back, you had Sia doing her movie music. That's the name of the movie. When Hollywood sees that disabled mimicry doesn't sell well, they will stop doing it. Just like they're stopping with the black people mimicry or Native American mimicry. Remember how Lone Ranger failed horribly? Yeah, that's probably what will happen with other forms of mimicry, when we stop tolerating it. And here is why I hate this dungeon. But yeah, mimicry happens because it's profitable. People will tolerate seeing it. When people stop tolerating it, it'll stop because it's not profitable anymore. That's what Hollywood relies on. They don't care much about black, white, or yellow, or red. They care about green. Anyway, I will see you next time. I got some stuff in the oven. We'll continue this tower next time. Hopefully with less political ranting. I just want to get that off my chest.